Hello there. For my RISE project, I decided on building an engine that works on the principle of ion propulsion. And in my previous video, we discussed how it works, what are its principles, and what are its merits and demerits. The one problem that stood out from amongst all of them was that the thrust density of that specific engine was way less compared to other engines. That is the sole reason keeping it to getting into commercial applications. Now, I checked out many designs of many people who had built the same engine based on the same principle on a smaller scale. And the one thing that they all had in common that was that they had one cathode and one anode as their apparatus. Now, I opened up my 3D modeling software and I started to design something that was more effective in terms of thrust density. So I came up with this design that had really thin 7 cathodes, and these thin wires could be hair clips or something that was a conductor but very thin. And instead of having one, I planned on having 7 of them. And instead of having 7 anodes in that place, I have one anode. Now that anode could be any conductor that is cylindrical and is hollow from the center. So I designed that in that 3D software, and then came the plan how I would build it in real life. So I planned on building it with really simple materials. And as I told you, cathode would be made of tiny hairpins, and anode could be made up of tin cans, which are also a conductor. Now I opened up my cupboard and started to gather materials, and I needed some insulator to hold them all into place. I came across some balsa wood, and that would be used, and I needed some non-insulated wire that I had present too, and I need a tin can which I can get from any shop I want, and then these hairpins which are of everyday use. And so I had everything, but one thing was still remaining. That was the transformer. I did not have any sort of transformer that could provide me voltage in the form of kilovolts. I needed a lot of voltage. Here the amperes don't matter, so I looked up online and I had this one transformer that could step up the voltage of this one tiny cell into 20,000 volts, and that would be enough for my project. And so I hope that this would turn out better in terms of thrust density. It would be more efficient, and if it does work, it would be a breakthrough in the field, because it will get one step closer to be getting into commercial applications.